After more than 50 years of manned space flights, cable TV is going into orbit. Live from space will be produced from a $100 billion studio that's 250 miles above the Earth's surface and traveling at 4.9 miles per second. Soledad O'Brien is one of the people behind this event. She joins us this morning from Earth, specifically Washington, D.C. Good morning, Soledad.
Good morning to you. Yes, the International Space Station is kind of an expensive studio to be up in space, but I think it's really the best spot to have an opportunity to talk to the American astronaut Rick Mastracchio and Koichi Wakata, who is the Japanese astronaut, who've been really telling us and shooting for us over the last couple of months what's happening in their lives in the International Space Station. The thing itself is amazing. It's the size of a football field and goes around the globe every 90 minutes. So think about how fast that must be traveling. To be able to talk to them about, some of the most mundane things in their lives, how do you sleep, how do you eat, how do you go to the bathroom, and also the most amazing things that they're doing in their spacewalks and some of the experiments that they're sent out to do in space, I think is going to be really just a great opportunity to share that with the world.
So this broadcast on the 14th, it'll be 2 hours. We'll see some of that, but I imagine some incredible pictures too.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I mean, what the astronauts see from their vantage point, to see what we're doing on Earth is just incredible. It's beautiful. But also to see, like, literally, how do you eat? How do you drink water when you're in space? All those things have to be sent up in a spacecraft, so you can't just kind of throw things on. What do they do with their clothes? How long can they wear them for? I think all those questions are really fascinating. And yeah, they've done a great job. They're kind of my co-anchors in space, and they've done a phenomenal job of, over the last couple of months, sending us back some video of what they've been doing as well.
Where will you be during the broadcast?
I will be at NASA headquarters in Houston, Texas. Sadly, they're not going to let me train to be an astronaut and go up in space to do the show, which I think would be absolutely fascinating, but probably much easier for me.
Yeah, no, we would agree. I'd love to see you up there. In terms of production,
access, wouldn't that be great?
Personnel, what does it take to pull something like this off?
It's ridiculous, actually. I mean, think about it. We're in Houston. We're in the International Space Station. Luckily, I'll have the astronaut Mike Massimino sitting next to me, and I think he'll be able to really explain any of the things that I'm not understanding in terms of how we're actually doing it. Because if you think about it, the space station is traveling at like 17,500 miles an hour, right? So it's just whipping around the globe, and at every vantage point, they can tell us what they're seeing that we're doing while our show is live. So I think it's going to be fascinating, but I think logistically it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. To revisit something you said earlier about the experiments, is there anything you can share on that front, some of the things they're learning in space which affect us here on Earth?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of what they're learning is how to prepare for space experiments down the road, space exploration in the future. I think that's really critical. And then also they've been really working on some interesting technology from the International Space Station that's helped surgeons on Earth be able to do things that are incredibly sensitive, like surgery on brain tumors. They can take that technology, a lot of the NASA technology, we later get here on Earth and can really leverage and use.
Soledad, we appreciate your time, and so our viewers know, live from Space airs globally this Friday. It starts at 7 o'clock on National Geographic Channel. Again, thank you.
It's my pleasure. Be sure to tweet and send Instagrams to the astronauts because they will answer your questions as well.
That's cool. That's cool. Thanks. Mike.